You walk through the front door and you see it, a cloud of shredded toilet paper covering the floor, and your dog giving you the look. You know the one. The lowered head, the sad puppy dog eyes that won't quite meet yours, the tail tucked so far between their legs it's practically gone, and you think, they know. They know what they did was wrong. It's a scene that plays out in homes everywhere, a silent confession that we've all learned to interpret as pure, unadulterated guilt. But what if we told you we've been misreading that look the entire time? What if it isn't an admission of guilt at all? The science is in, and it suggests that we've been getting this one wrong all along. Stick around because we're about to dismantle one of the biggest myths in the world of dog ownership. We're going to show you what your dog is saying with that so-called guilty look, and understanding it will change your relationship for the better. Let's be honest, we all do it. We see the tipped-over trash can, the chewed-up shoe, the puddle on the rug, and then we see our dog's reaction. We instantly connect the dots, the crime and the look. It feels like a simple case of cause and effect. The dog did it, and now they feel bad about it. We see it all over the internet, viral videos of dogs with signs hanging from their necks, confessing to their crimes, all while showing off that classic guilty posture. This habit of giving our pets human emotions has a name: anthropomorphism. It's a natural instinct. We try to understand the world through our own experiences, and that includes the inner lives of our dogs. As humans, we feel guilt. It's a complex emotion tied to our own moral compass, our sense of right and wrong. When we do something we know we shouldn't have, we might feel remorse or shame. So, when our dog shows behaviors that look like shame, our brain just fills in the blank and calls it guilt. For years, this was accepted as fact. Owners and trainers operated on this assumption, and it shaped how we reacted. A guilty dog, we figured, needed to be shown that their behavior was wrong, which usually led to scolding, pointing at the mess, and giving stern lectures in a disappointed voice. The dog's cowering was just seen as more proof, an admission of their wrongdoing. But as intuitive as this feels, it's built on a total misunderstanding. Science tells a very different story. The idea that dogs feel guilt has been debated for a while, but we didn't get a clear, evidence-based answer until dog cognition scientist Dr. Alexandra Horowitz decided to put it to the test. Her 2009 study, published in the journal Behavioral Processes, was designed to figure out what really triggers the guilty look. Is it the dog knowing they messed up, or is it something else? The results were a bombshell for the dog-loving world. What Dr. Horowitz and her team found was this: the guilty look has nothing to do with whether the dog actually did something wrong. It is a direct response to the owner's cues. That look isn't a confession, it's a reaction to being scolded or even just expecting to be scolded. In the study, dogs looked most guilty when their owners got upset with them, whether they were actually guilty of the misdeed or not. Think about that for a second. The look we've been reading as a guilty conscience is actually just a reflection of us. The dog isn't saying, "I'm sorry I did that." The dog is saying, "I'm scared of how you're acting right now." This changes everything. It shifts the focus from the dog's supposed morality to their very real in-the-moment emotional state: fear. So how did Dr. Horowitz actually prove this? Her experiment was brilliantly simple. She set up a scenario where a dog was left alone in a room with a tasty, forbidden treat. The owner would tell the dog not to eat it and then leave the room. Now here's where it gets clever. The researchers controlled two key things: whether the dog ate the treat and what the owner was told the dog did. In some cases, the dog disobeyed and gobbled up the treat. In others, a researcher would sneak in and remove the treat, meaning the dog was perfectly well behaved. Then, the owner was brought back in. Sometimes they were told the truth, but in the most important trials, they were lied to. An owner might be told their good dog had eaten the treat, or that their naughty dog had left it alone. The researchers filmed every interaction when the owner came back. They coded all the behaviors we call the guilty look: averting their gaze, tucking their tail, lowering their head, cowering, and moving away. The results were crystal clear. There was absolutely no difference in guilty behaviors between the dogs who had eaten the treat and those who hadn't. The one thing that predicted whether a dog would look guilty was the owner's behavior. If the owner scolded the dog, even a totally innocent dog they were tricked into thinking was guilty, the dog would put on the full guilty display. In fact, the study revealed that the strongest guilty looks came from the dogs who had done nothing wrong, but were then scolded by their misinformed owners. These innocent dogs, facing an angry human for no reason they could understand, showed the most intense signs of what we call guilt, but what is really just fear and confusion. It proves the look isn't an admission of guilt, but a reaction to us. So if it's not guilt, what is it? That lowered head, the tucked tail, those wide, darting eyes showing the whites. These are all classic body language signals in the dog world, and they all point to the same things: fear, anxiety, and a desire to appease. Let's break it down. This is a dog trying to make itself look smaller. It's a submissive posture that says, "I am not a threat, please don't hurt me." A dog's tail is a huge part of its communication toolkit. Tucking it covers their scent glands and is a powerful signal of fear or high stress. For us, avoiding eye contact can mean someone is lying. In the dog world, direct eye contact is often a threat. When a dog looks away, it's trying to de-escalate a tense situation and show that they are not a challenge. That's when you can see the whites of your dog's eyes in a crescent shape. It's a dead giveaway for anxiety. The dog is stressed and wants to look away from the scary thing, but also wants to keep an eye on it. When you see these behaviors, your dog isn't thinking about what they did 3 hours ago. They are reacting to you right here, right now. They see your tense posture, hear the disappointment in your voice, and they get scared. That guilty look is just a desperate attempt to appease you and shut down the threat of your anger. If this science is already changing how you see your dog, think about what else there is to learn. Understanding our dogs on their own terms is the secret to building an amazing bond based on trust, not fear. If you want more research-backed insights into your dog's behavior, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. It helps our channel make more content like this for dog lovers everywhere. Okay, back to the topic at hand. Knowing that the guilty look is really a look of fear completely changes our job in that moment. It means scolding your dog after the fact isn't just pointless, it's actually harmful. Punishing a dog for something they did minutes or hours ago doesn't teach them the behavior was wrong. It just teaches them that you can be unpredictable and scary, which erodes your bond and creates more anxiety. So, what should you do when you come home to a disaster? Your first and most important job is to control your own reaction. Your dog is reading you like a book. If you're angry, you will trigger a fear response. Take a deep breath. Remember, it's just stuff. Your relationship with your dog is way more important than a remote control. Don't make a big deal out of it. No heavy sighs, no muttering under your breath, just clean it up. By not reacting, you start to break the association your dog has made between a mess and an angry human. After you're calm and the mess is gone, ask yourself, why did this happen? Most bad behaviors are just normal dog behaviors that happen because their needs aren't being met. Was your dog bored? Did they not get enough exercise? Could they have separation anxiety? Chewing, digging, and house soiling are usually just symptoms of a deeper issue like boredom or stress. The easiest way to stop a behavior is to prevent it from happening. This is called management. If your dog chews shoes, put your shoes away. If they raid the trash, get a can with a dog-proof lid. If they're having accidents, it's time to go back to a stricter potty training schedule. Management isn't failure, it's setting your dog up to succeed. Instead of punishing the bad, focus on teaching and rewarding the good. Reward your dog with praise, treats, or play when they're calm and relaxed. Teach them to chew on their own toys by making those toys super fun and rewarding. Positive reinforcement builds a confident dog who wants to please you because you're a source of good things, not someone to be feared. For decades, we've looked at our dogs and seen guilt. We've seen a moral lapse, a conscious decision to be naughty, but now we know the truth. That look isn't defiance, it's not remorse, it's fear. Recognizing this is one of the kindest, most empathetic things we can do for our dogs. It lets us move away from a relationship built on punishment and toward one built on trust, clear communication, and mutual respect. Now, when you see that look, you don't have to feel frustrated. You can feel compassion. You can see an animal who is scared and is trying to tell you that in the only way it knows how. When you let go of the myth of the guilty dog, you open the door to becoming the safe, trustworthy leader your dog deserves. You stop reacting to the past and start solving problems in the present, and that changes everything. What's the funniest thing your dog has ever looked guilty for? Share your stories in the comments below, and let's chat about what might have been going through their heads. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more videos that break down the science of dog behavior. Until next time, keep those tails wagging and those hearts full.